Previously on Battlestar Galactica.
Der Angriffssteuer war Befehl! Das war ein Befehl! Jeder wird mit meiner Augen zur Reihe Eis! Die gesamte Generalität ist in 2000 Haufen niederzuzünden! Sich ohne Ehre! Feindjäger! Verreiter! Versager! Die Generalität ist das Geschmeiß des deutschen Volkes!
At the end of each of my videos I have a little saying. If someone says something insane, and you just believe it, what does that make you? Our good friend Expat Taffy says lots of insane things. He started saying insane things about Buzz Aldrin's gloves a while back. Let's watch.
4-6, the arms are bent in towards the center. And 4-7, they're both hanging straight down. Now there's where your clue is, folks. In the arms. The whistleblower's telling us we faked this photo. Where the astronaut never moved, all he done is moved his arm, and he's got a different arm in each photo. Now, how could you have answered that before, Joan? There's only one answer to that, and that is, it's fake, and it's deliberately faked by the whistleblowers in the photo lab staff. CGI fake, Joan, but you'd never answer that, do you? So how could you answer it, Joan? Because the only answer is fake. Here's one thing I consider impossible. Two photos of Buzz Aldrin, supposed to be taken just a minute apart, and what he's done, he's swapped his left arm. He's got two different arms.
Okay, I think you get the point. Expat Taffy is convinced that Buzz Aldrin's arms were altered by whistleblowers in 1969 using CGI, a good 20 years before the software and hardware necessary to do so existed. Or he's convinced that when the photographs 5946 and 5947 were taken, Buzz Aldrin had his left arm removed, and replaced by a different arm, for no particular reason. Expat Taffy says it happened. He doesn't say why. At this point what we should do is examine the gloves that Expat Taffy claims are different. He doesn't say why the gloves are different, just that they are, so perhaps we can discover what he's talking about. This is the A-7L Apollo spacesuit as worn by Neil Armstrong on the moon. Note the two gloves. The right-hand glove has its gauntlet cloth folded back so you can see the connection ring. This is a close-up showing the left glove with the gauntlet cover in position and the right glove with the cover folded back. The red connection ring to the arm of the A-7L spacesuit is visible. This is Buzz Aldrin's spacesuit, with a close-up of the connection ring located at the wrist for the glove. The glove would be connected to the spacesuit with the gauntlet folded back. Once the glove was connected to the A-7L spacesuit and pressurized sealed, the gauntlet would be folded back up the arm. The gauntlet was also the location during the Apollo 11 mission for a list of procedures to be carried out by the astronauts. The arm of the Apollo A-7L spacesuit was attached to the body of the spacesuit, so it's impossible for the arm of the spacesuit to be removed. Despite the claims of Expat Taffy, the only part of the arm of the spacesuit that could be removed is the glove. At the time of Apollo 11 the design of the spacesuit had been finalized and no further revisions could be made. All the astronauts had 3 custom-made spacesuits, one for training, one to wear on the mission, and one for backup. The designs were all the same. Expat Taffy claims that the arm of Buzz Aldrin's spacesuit was removed and replaced are thus nonsense. Even if it was done, the replacement was identical to the original. I think it's time we put this nonsense to bed once and for all. Buzz Aldrin's arms weren't altered by whistleblowers, nor were either of his arms replaced at some point. Let's look at all the photographs in the sequence, in full and close-up. I've downloaded all these images from the Apollo FLICKR page. In each case the largest image was selected. In the left image, Expat Taffy's top pink arrow is pointing to a spot just below the top of the gauntlet. The bottom pink arrow is pointing to the palm restraint, which is covered by the palm restraint flap. In the right image, Expat Taffy's top pink arrow is pointing to a spot just above the palm restraint flap, while the lower pink arrow is pointing to the gap between the index and ring fingers on the left hand. Expat Taffy is pointing to different spots on the same glove in these two photographs. Arrow 1 points to the palm restraint flap. Arrow 2 points to the palm restraint flap. Arrow 3 points to the top of the gauntlet. Arrow 4 points to the top of the gauntlet. Buzz's hand in 5946 is turned under, so you can't see his fingers. In 5947 we can see all his fingers. The gloves are the same. Buzz's arm was not removed and replaced. The problem here is that Expat Taffy 1 cannot identify the parts of the A7L spacesuit glove. Expat Taffy has continually identified the wrong parts of the A7L spacesuit glove every time he's brought up this topic. It's incredibly obvious, and yet none of his cult followers have noticed either. As I said at the start of this video, if someone says something insane, and you just believe it, what does that make you? It means Expat Taffy is insane and so are all his followers. So will that be the end of Expat Taffy screaming about incorrect gloves and arms being changed between photographs being taken? No. Expat Taffy will continue to insist that he is correct and that everyone else is wrong. He believes that all the photographs of astronauts on the moon are actually of mannequins wearing fake spacesuits, and being posed by God knows who between photographs. How that's done he's never explained, just like everything else he makes insane claims about.